When it comes to recording, you want to try to make it as good as you can going into the board. We want the recordings to have a certain level of quality to them.
It takes a lot of time to figure out what you want to sound like.
The quality is one of those things where if you notice it, it's a must.
There's definitely specific things that the guitar maker can do to make a great guitar.
Anyone playing any instrument, you know how much they take their tone seriously, and at the end of the day, the stampers go on the press, and that's what's being replicated.
Quality in a recording sounds like you're in the room with the artists when they're actually performing or recording that track live.
It's an opportunity for us to showcase a different angle of our band. It's a different experience.
The goal with Frank Brothers Guitar Company was to do something that was different and unique and do it to a really high level.
No one's really taken an innovative approach to making a press that meets modern standards until Viryl.
Quality makes a difference with a guitar on a number of levels, from the sound quality to the playability of the guitar to the reliability of the guitar. But in the end, what we want people to do with it is to be confident in it and comfortable with it and be inspired by it.
Frank Brothers Guitar Company's made a name for itself as being quality and precision, but with a vibe and a feel that's sort of unique to itself.
We started about 4 years ago. My brothers and I got together and we wanted to offer guitar players something that was timeless and classic, but also exciting and new. One of the things that's really stood out about our company is the level of quality that we've been able to reach in such a short period of existence.
I think what makes a Frank Brothers guitar sound good is not just the aesthetic design, but if you look at it, there's a lot of mass in the center of the instrument. So that's all in line with the bridge and the neck in parallel with the strings. It gives the guitar a unique timbre.
It starts with great materials, so we're really focused on selecting materials that are not only going to make for a great resonant guitar, but are also sustainably forested and ethically sourced. We do as much manufacturing in-house as we can. We do all our own plastics. We make our own tailpiece. The rings that go around the humbuckers are machined in-house. It's really a conversation with the customer to see what they want. Little details like that, I think, go a long way.
It's really exciting for us when a musician chooses to use a Frank Brothers guitar to make their music. It's been awesome to see the guys from Only Yours using it in the studio. I'm really excited to see them play live.
We care a lot about what we do. So whether we're doing sessions in an expensive studio for a full-length record, or whether recording something like this, we're always trying to make it the best that we think it can be.
It's important to use great equipment because it inspires great playing, it inspires great tone.
My first experience when I picked it up was, wow, this is a great neck. It's a guitar that allows you to forget about it, which allows you to move on to actually making the art.
Right away, it reminded me of a few guitars that I love. It reminds me of a harmony guitar sort of mixed with a Les Paul, bit of a Rickenbacker vibe or something. It's kind of got like all these different vibes going on.
It kind of balances a bit of a classic feel, but it still looks very new and very modern.
For a small company in Toronto to be rivaling that, maybe even improving upon it, is pretty amazing.
So let's talk about the Frank Brothers real quick. These guitars are amazing. So good. They let us borrow one to record the 7-inch that we're pressing here today.
The biggest difference between listening to music on vinyl versus other formats, particularly digital formats, is the quality of the experience.
I think the majority of people that appreciate vinyl are fans of sort of the artwork, the packaging, and also just the going out on a Saturday afternoon and going to a record shop, digging through the bins, meeting people. It's a lot more than just the music. This is a project. This is a whole album that the musician really wanted you to have. The hands-on experience, the getting home, dropping the needle, the hissing, the sort of analog sound.
How we got into making record pressing machines, my one business partner used to own a record pressing plant. Vinyl really bottomed out in terms of popularity. All of the old presses and equipment had already been dug out of graveyards and restored, and there was nothing left.
Quality was a huge pain point in the industry and has been for many years, sort of since the vinyl revival. Pressing plants struggle to keep up with demand. They're using machinery from the 60s, 70s, sometimes even the 50s.
We're the only company that's really taken an innovative approach to produce a format that's been around for ages.
We're pushing the limits on what can be done in vinyl.
You really want to put your heart and soul into making sure that it sounds the way the artist wanted it to sound.
Knowing that it was a vinyl release is important because that sort of, it frames the project right away.
It's cool to see the fruits of your labor kind of come out and be something that you can hold and share with people.
A victim of my mind, I wanna make it to the other side.
Yeah, so what we're doing here today is kind of unique. Normally on Record Store Day, everyone rushes out to all their favorite record stores and picks up the limited edition record store releases, tries to get there early, sometimes has to wait in line to pick them up. But here at Viryl, we actually manufacture the machines that manufacture the vinyl. So we thought it'd be kind of neat to bring people through and show them where these records are actually being pressed. So what we did was we paired up with the Frank brothers, who make these beautiful handcrafted guitars, made a guitar, gave it to the band Only Yours that's here playing in our factory today. And so they took that guitar, recorded a couple of tracks on it, and we're actually pressing limited edition release of those 2 tracks here today on our pressing floor on some cool pink 7-inch vinyl.
A lot of people listen to records and have records at home, but you don't get to see how they're made.
We bring in old technology, old machinery, in conjunction with automation in our shop, and we see that obviously with Viryl Tech, and it's definitely a unique thing in vinyl. That's why we feel kind of a kinship with them, because we both have a similar approach to the way we manufacture, with quality being the end goal.
There's so many parts to making music. It's nice to play great instruments. The other part of it is trying to just capture the spirit of the song that you're trying to do, right?